Arne has suggested Alexander Isak could be fit to play for Liverpool against Brentford tomorrow, despite being taken off during the 5-1 win over Eintracht Frankfurt. Florian Wirtz got 2 assists in that game, and Slot said he's been encouraged by the German's recent form.
His general game was something I think the Liverpool fans liked, and we've seen more of that already. But as always, if you lose a game of football and you do the same things then when you win it, then the focus is on the negative things. And if you win a game of football with 5-1 because you scored 2 set pieces, then all of a sudden everybody is talking about the few good attacks we had during the game. And I said many times, against United and against Frankfurt, from open play we generated the same amount of chances. But the difference was that we didn't concede a set piece, but we scored 2 set pieces.
When you've had the signings that you've had come in, how difficult is it to then settle on what you would say is your best starting lineup? And I suppose, where does Mo figure in respect to that, given the way his season's gone so far?
It's not only about the new signings and that changes things. I think it's about having a lot of very good players. So what is your best lineup? I think a lot of things go into that. The team you face, the tactics the other team plays with, the form of the player, the connections between the players. I think if you look at all the big clubs in the world, they all have more than 11 players that can play a game. And for me, it has always been something I expected after the many changes we've had during the summer, that it could go also even after we won 7 games in a row. I always felt like, as a team you need to grow, and if you need to grow and if you have to adapt to each other, you can also have moments in the season where things are a bit more difficult.
I want to start talking about a few things there, but one of them, that Alexander Isak injury doesn't seem serious because he's only a doubt for tomorrow. Now, Jay Bothroyd, a doubt, that's good news, but if he's out, does it at least make his team selection easier? Just, okay, well, it's Ekitike and the formation goes back to how it was.
Yeah, you would like to think so, but like Slot said there, leaving out Salah, or he got dropped for, I think it was the consecutive Champions League game since 2017. So the fact that he left him out and then Liverpool played so well, scored goals. No, you can't look beyond, maybe leaving him out the team again. But in terms of Isak, I definitely wouldn't be risking Isak with a groin injury so early on in the season. Like you said, he's got depth there. The only thing I didn't like there is when Slot was saying, about other big teams in the world. Yeah, other big teams in the world. If you say to Man City or to Guardiola, is Haaland in your best side? Yeah, he will be. If you say to Arteta about Saka, yes, he will be. Kane at Bayern Munich, he's in our best team. That one, I feel like he kind of sat on the fence there when asking the questions. On the other hand, I do think, and like Slot said there are more to games than just goals and assists. Like, your overall performance has to be good. You can't just turn up in the 90th minute and score a goal. But, I mean, they're spoiled. They've got a great squad of top players that have performed in the Premier League as well.
Well, we're going to get to your best Liverpool 11 in a moment, but Florian Wirtz, you've already said he'll be in it. In midweek, it looked like Liverpool were playing a 4-4-2, or certainly when you put it out on your tactics board, it 4-4-2 with Wirtz was playing on the right. Now, he's had a lot of criticism this season since he signed for Liverpool, but in terms of goal contributions in that sense, but has he been misjudged? And we've got some stats to kind of back him up, all right? And are we about to see the best of him? Because as you can see, chances created from open play in all competitions this season.
Is that big chances, though? Is that direct big chances, or just?
Well, it depends how you gauge it. I mean, a chance is a chance, Jamie. Crikey, give me a chance, all right? He's got 26 so far, which is more than anybody else. And that's one of his jobs, is to create. That shows that he's creating.
Yeah, he is. One thing I would say is, listen, there's no doubt about it. Wirtz is one of the best young players, especially in the world. But overall as well, he's going to be one of the best attacking players. When I look at Wirtz's overall game, and I see him play in Germany, obviously, and for the national team and at the Euros, he was just much more involved in the game. The ball was always going through him. He was demanding the ball. He was getting it. Players were looking for him. Since he's gone to Liverpool, it hasn't been that way. But in the most recent game in the Champions League, it looked like he was back to that. Everyone was giving him the ball, everyone was looking to him. And I said a few weeks ago about maybe starting him off the left-hand side. And Slot started him off the right-hand side. And then he's drifting into them areas where he can get hold of the ball. I think that is going to be best for him right now until he gets used to the Premier League, the physicality of the Premier League. But he's a top player. And then, he got 2 assists in the last game as well. So that's going to give him confidence. And again, it was a top performance by Liverpool.
Right, OK, so tomorrow, though, away at Brentford, very tough game, obviously, with Liverpool in poor form apart from in midweek. What should his team be, all right? We've got your 11 that you have picked, and we'll see what everybody thinks of this one. Get in touch, by the way, you know how. The QR code's on the side of your screen. That's the easiest way to do it. But this would be your starting 11 tomorrow. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously...
Alisson's out.
Yeah, Alisson's out, obviously. Frimpong's out, so Bradley comes straight in for me. Konate and Van Dijk and Robinson in the Champions League game were phenomenal.
So Robertson over
Konate scored, Van Dijk scored, Robinson got an amazing assist. That pass looked easy, but trust me, it wasn't easy.
Because of injuries, was that back four easy apart from Robertson versus Kirkes?
No, I think it's good that Robinson's in the team. I think it just shores it up a little bit. He's got that experience. Obviously, he's played with Van Dijk for many years now, and Konate. I think he's still a very athletic player that can get up and down. He's got a very good delivery, and I think it's the right time to just take Kirkes out the limelight. There's been, some criticism from, people since Kirkes has been there and playing. At Bournemouth, he was putting loads of crosses in. Now he's not putting as much in. And is that due to, a new team and new style? Maybe so. Like Slot said there, Curtis Jones has been fantastic.
Gravenberch, by the way, he's a doubt, so we don't know if he's out. So you're absolutely fine to put him in there. You've got Szoboszlai and Jones in there.
Well, if Gravenberch isn't there, then obviously McAllister comes straight in. But I mean, if Gravenberch is available, then he plays. He was,
Jones
one of
Jones over McAllister.
Yeah, Jones over McAllister. Yeah, McAllister. He's obviously a top player, but I think he was just, lacking for a bit of form. And he's come out the side there, and Jones has gone in and done fantastically well. Slot obviously mentioned him there. Said since he's come into the club, he's got more minutes and he's grown as a player, which is, great to hear. I'm sure Jones will be really happy with that. And then I'd start with Wirtz.
Well, this is the thing that everyone will be shouting at the screen at now. Or maybe Liverpool fans let us know that there is no Salah there. That was the main thing from this. You're not picking Mo Salah at the moment. You've got Wirtz on the right with Ekitike up front. Remember, Isak is a doubt and Gakpo remains on the left.
Listen, I've got a few friends that are Liverpool fans, and they all say the same thing. You've always got to update your resume. You can't live off the past. And at the end of the day, Wirtz, who played on the right-hand side, I know that it looked like more of like a 4-4-2, but he played on the right-hand side. He got 2 assists. Ekitike has been fantastic this season, scoring goals, and that goal during the week was, a great, great goal. Gakpo, he's had a great start to the season. But when I look at Salah's overall, for the first 8 games of this season, everything is down, his numbers. So he's played 8 games. Last season, he played 8 games, played 616 minutes. Goals and assists was 10. Sprints was 148. And successful dribbles, this is the one that stands out to me, was 15. So this season, successful dribbles is 1. He's a winger. 1 dribble. Sprints, 109. So he's down pretty much 40 sprints. He's got assist and goals is 4. And he's played more minutes. So this is where you can't help but say Slot is right to take him out of the team right now because he's not performing. He should be held at the same standards as everyone else in that squad. He is obviously a top player. His goals, are unquestionable. But right now, his overall game to help Liverpool win games is not that good, and that's why he's been dropped.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what the fans think about this. Sky Sports have partnered with Finalysis, an app where passionate fans share their opinions on their club. If you want to represent your club, scan that QR code, or you can visit the Sky Sports app. You'll get more details. We can speak to Liverpool fan Peter Bolster now. Good morning to you, Peter. What did you make of Jay's team, first of all?
Well, it's more positive this time. It's definitely more positive about Florian Wirtz. I did tell Jay a number of weeks back that he was creating the most chances in the Premier League, and he wasn't having that stat. So I'm glad he challenged you too.
But Pete, what did I say about him playing in the wide areas?
No, you did. You said I remember. I think it was on the show with me. You said play him on the left. The only thing I'd say is that he wasn't playing as a right forward the other night. He was much more deeper. It was more of a 4-4-2. So I take your point.
Did you like the 4-4-2 though? Did you like it? I mean, you won 5-1.
Yeah, I mean, we go to 4-4-2. I think about Suarez and Sturridge, and I think about that combination, what Ekitike and Isak potentially might be in a year or in the next couple of years when Mo Salah's not playing for Liverpool. But for right now, for me, Mo Salah's definitely still in the team. He's not untouchable in the sense that he has to play every single game.
But Pete, why does he play then? Because, you know, he hasn't scored or assisted. And he's not really, I mean, we spoke about this, right? You said to me before as well, he is a goal scorer. He's about moments, right? And if he's not having them moments, then you've got to look at his overall game. His overall game, his numbers, everything is down. So why would you play him? Are you playing him then based upon what he's done in the past?
I think partly, but also I think we've got to look at the structure around them. So you're telling me that this Liverpool side are actually playing well right now, and you're telling me that this
I'm telling you that Wirtz played well from the right-hand side in the Champions League, and he deserves to be playing there again. Ekitike has played well, and Gakpo on the other side.
Admittedly, it's the first time you give Florian Wirtz any credit this season.
I know. So I'm saying, because he's played well and got 2 assists, he should be in the team.
We're talking about one game of Florian Wirtz, but we're talking about the whole season with Salah. So let me respond to Salah. Okay, so Salah hasn't played well this season. We all know that. We can all see that. But the Liverpool front line have not been firing and clicking. It just hasn't happened. Every time Salah plays, there's a different combination ahead of him and behind him. Bradley, Frimpong, Szoboszlai, all 3 different fullbacks have played behind him. It's a different system. It's a different shape. So each week, there's a different problem in this Liverpool side. It was Florian Wirtz last week. It's Salah this week. For me, I'm just not having it. Salah has scored 3 goals this season. There was a big selfish tag that was going on social media this week. He's got 88 assists since he joined Liverpool.
So that's in the past, isn't it?
It's not, but he should have had an assist on Sunday.
Yeah, but what you're saying, what you're talking about, 88 assists in his Liverpool career, is in the past. We're talking about this season. The way he's playing right now, does he deserve to be in the starting lineup? And if you're gonna like, we took Wirtz out of the starting lineup because he wasn't being effective. He wasn't playing. Now he has been effective.
Let's go back to what you're saying. So Florian Wirtz did not play on the right forward the other night.
It was 4-4-2 on the team sheet. Obviously, he's not a right winger, so he's drifting infield, but that's fine. As long as he does his defensive duties, when they lose the ball, he's getting back into shape. That's fine. But I'm saying, when we look at Salah, 1 successful dribble this season, really, that's your winger.
Peter, I think the point you're trying to make is that Salah should be starting still, regardless of his form. Jay's point is that they can play without. Is that fair?
Pete, let me just say one thing, and then you can go. Let me just say one thing, then you can go. Forget about the performance then, yeah? Let's forget about that. What about his application? What about the sprints being 109, this time last year, 148? What about that part? So there's work rate there as well. The floor is yours.
The biggest difference in when Arne come in was he changed, but that Salah didn't have to defend as much, so he could get the best out of him. So if Salah was to provide the goals and the assists, which he did, then that was okay. This season, he's not providing the goals and assists, which you've rightly pointed out. So everyone's getting on that criticism. If you listen to what I said earlier on, the whole structure around him on that right-hand side is completely different. So it's about a new team, a new teammates, all working together. There's loads of problems on that side. We spoke about Isak. Isak's not hit the ground running. So Ekitike, I would say, the only striker so far who's playing really well. So it's
Salah had a pre-season.
Salah's had a pre-season?
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened in the pre-season?
He had a pre-season, didn't he?
But he's lost one of his friends, hasn't he? And I feel like we're struggling
everyone, listen, there's no doubt about that, right? Everyone at that club and, you know, are going to feel Diogo Jota, okay? Everyone is going to be upset about it. It was tragic. It is tragic, okay? I understand that. But ultimately, you spoke about there, he didn't have to defend as much last year. But he ran more last year. So how do you explain that? If he doesn't have to defend, why is he running more?
I'm going to respond to that, Jim, because I think that that's where people are misjudging grief. So not everyone reacts the same way.
No, but no one's talking about... Listen, you're moving the narrative now to grief. And I'm not... Everyone, like you said, grieves in different ways. We understand that part. But we're talking about when he goes on the pitch, he's not working as hard this season as he was last season. And you said to me that he had to defend less.
He had to defend less, yes.
So why is he running more last year?
It's a small sample size, isn't it, as well? It's a small sample size.
He's 148 sprints at this point last year compared to 109 this year. So he's running a lot less.
I don't think... I'm not seeing a massive difference. I'm seeing, when I'm watching Mohamed Salah, I'm seeing a player struggling for form. I'm seeing a player that come on the other night who tried to score a goal or two and is lacking confidence, making the wrong decisions. I don't think this is the end of the world. I think this is a big topic because it's Mohamed Salah. I think that's it. Everyone's
100%.